Hey everybody, it's low carb and keto nutrition specialist Amy Berger bringing you the one and only keto without the cray cray. All right, before I get into today's topic, I want to tell you about a product that I really like and that I use in my own life. I always say that if I ever tell you about some type of product or item or whatever, I have used it myself, I like it, I trust it, and I think you will too. So, and this is not, I'm not an affiliate. They don't sponsor me. I do not get a dime if you buy this product. And I do have a little savings for you though. There's a coupon in the notes below for, I think, $5 off your first order of $30 or more from People's Choice Beef Jerky. Now, beef jerky is such a great low carb snack or, little road trip, whatever. But most jerky is loaded with garbage. It's loaded not just with sugar, but with like corn syrup solids and hydrolyzed corn protein and hydrolyzed soy protein. And every time I see that on a package of a meat product, I just think, if I want corn and soy, I'll buy corn and soy. Stop putting it in my meat sticks. Stop putting it in my jerky. So anyway, People's Choice Beef Jerky is based in LA, I believe. It's a pretty small company, but they do have some really good keto flavors available. And I shouldn't say keto flavors, they're zero sugar. They have numerous flavors. I have tried them all. They are delicious. They do have some regular jerky that's higher in sugar, but they have a selection of zero sugar jerky. And so I just want to say they have an original that is really kind of just plain, not really any seasoning. They have a hot and spicy. As you can see, my bag is practically empty. It's like all bendy, hot and spicy. One of my very favorites is the carne seca limon con chile. And oh my gosh, this might be my favorite. They have a hatch green chili carne seca. Oh, so good. Total carbohydrate, 0. And they even have some crispy ones. I know a lot of you like these really crispy type meat things. This is relatively new from them, beef jerky crisps. And this is a sample of Thai curry beef jerky. Delicious if you're into Thai curry type flavor. This does have a little bit of sugar, but it's 2 grams per ounce, which, for some of you might be off limits, but compared to most jerky, 2 grams per 1 ounce serving is phenomenal. And, a teeny tiny bit of sugar isn't going to kill anybody. And so, yeah, they have some other very delicious flavors that might have a very small amount of sugar that I personally think is still totally fine for a keto diet. Again, I'm not an affiliate. They have not sponsored me. I just like the product. And I will tell you something else. And I know I'm over 3 minutes talking about beef jerky, but I really think it's important to support businesses that help us, that have products that we can trust and use and that are zero sugar, but also the people that own and run the company are very responsive to feedback. I'm on their mailing list, and they sent an email that was just sort of a heartfelt, thanks for being our customers. They were raising prices, as many companies are, the last year or so. And they just put out a very nice explanation about their commitment to doing things a certain way and getting certain ingredients and just running their company a certain way. And I'm a writer, most of you know by now. And the email was so well written and so touching. Really, it was a beautiful piece of writing, but a beautiful communication from a company. Not many companies take the time to do something like that. So I actually wrote back and I said, I don't know if any human will actually read this or not, but just in case. And then I said, da 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 da. And they actually knew who I was. They wrote back, and somebody from the company wrote back and said, Amy, we know who you are. We love what you do in the keto space. In fact, like, some of our customers have mentioned that you referred them or they heard about our company from you. And so they actually asked me to get on a call to answer some of their questions about how they can serve the keto community better. What do we need? And so anyway, I just want to share that with you because if, and I'll tell you what, this jerky isn't cheap. It's not cheap, but if you have the means to spend a little bit more and support a company that I support and that I like, and again, that I think really genuinely cares about us. Now, are they running a business? Yes. Are they in this to make money? Yes. But they can do that and it can be mutually beneficial. They can make money because they are providing a product that helps all of us. So, People's Choice Beef Jerky, link below. And when you go to the site, it'll say like Keto Jerky. You can shop Keto Jerky. Okay, let's get this stuff off my lap and get into business. Let's talk about people pleasing. It's kind of a funny topic for me to talk about because I absolutely don't consider myself a people pleaser. But now that I think about it, that might make me a better person to talk about it because I'm sort of separated from those feelings and from being in that type of mindset. And people, the reason I wanted to do a video about this is because for some people, not all of you, but some people consider themselves people pleasers. They are self-proclaimed people pleasers, and that gets in the way of them sticking to keto really well, really solidly for the long term. Because if you consider yourself a people pleaser, then when somebody says, oh, try this pie, it's my new recipe, or, oh, but I made this thing, you will feel obligated to take some and to try some. Or, oh gosh, we were out to dinner and I honestly wasn't hungry, but everybody else was eating. I didn't want them to feel weird. I didn't want to put anybody out. So I ate, even though I wasn't hungry and I'm trying to lose 50 pounds. Or, this is especially true if you are going to somebody's house for, as a guest for a dinner or something. Oh, I didn't want to put the host or hostess out by saying, oh, I'm on a keto diet. Would you mind telling me what you plan to serve so I know if it's going to work or not? And so those of you that consider yourselves people pleasers will compromise what you know is best for you in order to make other people more comfortable. And before I forget, that is admirable. I do want to say kudos. It's very nice for people to put other people first and for you to want other people to be comfortable. I mean, none of us, I hope, would go out of our way to make people uncomfortable. We don't want to, we would never deliberately make things tense. So I think that's really nice if you want to please people and keep the peace and make things comfortable. But is there a way to do that and not also at the same time sacrifice your own goals? And the thing is too, I always have all these caveats before I get into the meat. I know I do this, people. If you want to compromise now and then, that's fine. I say this all the time. This isn't a religion. Keto is not a set of food commandments carved in stone passed down from on high. You might think they are, but they're not. So if you choose once in a while to have the piece of pie or to eat whatever is being served, even though it's high in carb, that's totally fine. That is an absolutely acceptable decision that you can make for yourself. Assuming you're going to live with it, whatever consequence happens. You might be up a pound or two of water the next day. Your blood sugar might be higher the next day if you have diabetes. Your heartburn might be bad the next day. But if that's a trade-off you're willing to make, fine. You can be a people pleaser. But if people pleasing is happening so often and to such a great extent that it is interfering with you getting the results you want, that's what we need to talk about. And the thing that I really want to say the most is you don't have to stop being a people pleaser. That's the good thing about this. You don't have to change. But what I encourage you to do is to realize, to acknowledge that you are people. You are a person. So if you consider yourself a people pleaser, why don't you start pleasing yourself? And no dirty jokes, please. We're not going there. If Please yourself. You're a people pleaser. You are people. You are a person. Why does everybody else's feelings and comfort level matter more than yours? Or, another way to look at this, and this, admittedly, I'm about to get a little bit extreme, but some of you who have been in these situations or have been in these situations with relatives can absolutely vouch that this is an accurate thing that happens sometimes. How much more pleased will your family be that you ate the pie or that you ate the spaghetti or that you ate the cookies versus being pleased when they don't have to watch your leg rotting from diabetic gangrene? I have a friend who sadly watched that happen to a relative. How much more pleased will your friends and family be when you are healthy and vibrant and energetic and able to participate fully in life? How much more pleased will your family be when you're able to walk around all day on tour, on vacation, rather than having to sit every 2 minutes because you're so exhausted, or your joints are hurting, or your mobility is limited because of your size or your health? And please know, I said I'm a writer. I try to be very careful with words. Anytime I talk about limited mobility, I'm talking about when things like this, like diabetes, like excess weight, are interfering with mobility. I'm not necessarily, or not at all, talking about someone who, for example, was in an accident and is in a wheelchair or is paralyzed in some way, quadriplegic. Like, I'm not, do you know what I mean? I just always have to put these caveats in so that we know. Because some people have limited mobility, and that's it. That's how life, that's how the keto cookie crumbled for them, or that some circumstance happened that's the situation, and there's nothing a keto diet isn't going to get them out of the wheelchair. That's what I'm trying to say, right? Keto diet isn't going to fix that. So, getting back to the message, how much more pleased will people be when your life and your schedule are not ruled by the clock because you have to take your medication at X, intervals every single day, 14 different medicines that you're on. So you can still absolutely please people, but remember that you are a person and you are every bit as worthy and deserving of being pleased and your own, you supporting your own comfort level as everybody else's. And you can absolutely still people please, but think about it differently. Do you have to please people by accepting food that you know doesn't serve you well, or by compromising your own standards? Or could it actually be more pleasing to them if you do what you know is best for you, if they love you and care about you? Now, that might not hold true at, let's say, a cocktail party, a dinner party where you are with mostly strangers. They don't care about you. They don't know you. They won't see you 10 years from now when you're out and about, running around having a great life, instead of sitting there, with an amputated foot and blind from diabetes. So they won't, not everybody is going to, this won't apply in every situation that you find yourself in, but you don't have to give up people pleasing. You could, I kind of encourage you to, but you don't have to radically alter your personality and how you operate in the world. But I do think it could help, if you consider yourself a people pleaser, to redefine what it means to be a people pleaser. Redefine what it means to please people, because that way you can still do that, but you can do it in a way that serves you well too. you can please people in a way that doesn't displease you and that doesn't, take you further back from where you want to go. All right. And I know, like I said, I'm not a people pleaser, so it's easy for me to say. And I don't think it's because I'm from New York. Like, there are actually nice people from New York City. But I think honestly, it may be because I'm not married, never have been, and I don't have kids. So, and it's not, I like to think that I'm not selfish and self centered. I think I do a lot for other people as well, but I'm just so unaccustomed to having to keep the peace and to having to, make sure that everybody else around me is taken care of. So I know those of you moms and dads out there, if you have spouses or whatever, um, you may be more in that headspace, and especially those of you that maybe grew up in larger families. If you were one of 6 kids or 4 kids or whatever. I had one sister. Well, not had, I have. I still have her, thank God. So, but we were a very small family, and everyone just kind of did their own thing. We didn't. There was no major trauma or drama, TRAUMA and DRAMA, no major trauma or drama or turmoil. So none of us really had to like walk on eggshells and go out of our way to please the other people. We just all sort of got along pretty easily. Most of the time anyway, right? All right. That's it for today. I hope that was helpful. I hope that gave you a new way to think about people pleasing. And remember, that doesn't just apply to food. Maybe you're not a people pleaser in terms of your food. Maybe if somebody offers you carbs, you're like, hell no, I'm on keto. But maybe you compromise in so many other areas of your life. Oh yeah, let's go see that movie. Oh, even though I don't want to see that movie and I think that movie's going to be awful. Or like, yeah, let's go to that concert, even though I hate that band. So this could apply in any area of life. If it doesn't apply to you in food, maybe it's someplace else. Told you about people's choice beef jerky. Check out the link in the notes, and don't forget about the keto without the crazy swag. We've got merch, we've got mugs, shirts, tote bags, all that good stuff. There's links in the notes for everything. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already so you don't miss any more videos. And until next time, keep the crazy out of your keto.